Hi parents, students, and learning coaches. This is Ms. Gallagher. I'm sending you this quick video because I feel that it's really important that all academic coaches check their students' interactive notebook. Please, it is critical. Today we began working on rounding numbers, and we are going to have to put the brakes on it a little bit because some of our students are still not prepared with their interactive notebooks, still do not have their place value charts, and are not grasping place value. And without using the place value chart, they are not successfully rounding numbers. So just as a reminder, there is the table of contents. Students should have on pages 6 and 7 place value of whole numbers, 8 and 9 place value of decimal numbers. Also, reading and writing decimals are on page 10 and 11. Page 12 is multiplying and dividing by powers of 10. And on page 13 is the rounding poem. The rounding poem is the last piece that students are supposed to be working on tonight and adding a poem into their notebook. I let them pick any poem that works best for them. However, I also provided a poem for them to copy off the board. They were given ample time to get most of that copied. So leave a couple of pages open. And I'm not going to go through everything with you, but I do want to remind you, because the students are struggling so much with rounding, please remind them how to use the place value pages where they can actually put the numbers in, starting over here. If it's a whole number, they start at the ones and they work towards the left. That can help them to understand place value of whole numbers. And then with decimals, remember when we made this page, there's a decimal. So again, they can put their numbers in depending on where it's at in relationship to the decimal point. Please remind them that this tool is very valuable and can help them. They were to include the reading and writing decimals page. We went through, we talked about standard form, word form, and expanded notation. Students are struggling with expanded form. Expanded notation, expanded form is extremely difficult. The students are having a hard time with that. We've been working on it with them, and they actually have a Play-Doh assignment to complete. Now, on pages 12 and 13, the notes for multiplying and dividing by powers of 10 have been in ClassComm this week. They're there for you to print out. They can cut them out and stick them in their book accordingly, so that way if we have any students that struggle with neatness or writing things down, they can just print it out. Now, the last page, which is today, this is the rounding poem. Students were really struggling to understand the place value they were rounding to because they didn't have their place value charts, and then the poem was hard for them to relate to because they didn't have their place value. Please make sure your student has a rounding poem. If they don't have one that they like the most, please use the one that you see here. I will be posting it in ClassComm. And last but not least, parents, I can't tell you how critical it is for your students to have a place value chart that they can write on. My place value chart, as I mentioned about a week ago, students could have it in a page protector. You see, that's what I have here. I stuck it in a page protector so that way I can write on it. If students don't have a page protector, they're cheap. You can get them at the dollar store, but they can also use a pencil. What I do is I use my dry erase marker, and let's say I give the students the decimal. Okay, I explain to them that if a number doesn't have a decimal in it, then they start here with the units, which is this is the ones place. Okay, and then we write the number, so 347. But if there is a decimal, you just start filling it in to the right. That way they can read, they can identify the place value, and most of all, they don't have to worry about making a mess. They can cross it off, erase it, and get ready for the next example. Please, if you would like your child to be more successful in identifying place value and rounding and estimating, these are key features for a 5th grade student. This kind of a tool is critical. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to seeing your students' interactive notebook tomorrow. Have a great day.